Hey, hey girl, let me ask you a question that people always ask me. Since I am a brand ambassador for SISTERLOCKS Corporation, I do consultations regularly, I train others, and this question pops up quite frequently. Girl, why are my ends so loose? If you ever wondered that about somebody, or perhaps about yourself, there's three top reasons why this may be the case. If you have SISTERLOCKS and your ends are not completely into the locked portion when you first have them done, let's hope the answer is first number 3. Number 3 says that I have a relaxer on my ends, but I do have enough new growth to start the SISTERLOCKS method, and I don't wish to part with my length, so I'm just going to keep those straight ends. That's a good reason to have straight ends hanging from your SISTERLOCKS. Now, what you do with them matters. At that time, you should do textured styles like roller sets, or even braid outs, twist outs, something that's textured that's going to make those roots that are freshly locked match with those ends that are not. You never want to have stick straight hair sticking off the ends of your locks. No, no, no. The next one, number 2, reason that you would have straight hair hanging off of your SISTERLOCKS is you had heat damage. You might have been one who flat ironed your hair, curled it a lot, pulled it back and stretched your curl pattern out. For some reason, your curl pattern has been disrupted. And again, you wish to keep your length. So you can only go in and lock the portion of the hair that has enough textured new growth to receive the SISTERLOCKS method. So you just keep the ends on there for added length until the hair is fully locked. And then at that point, you may be able to trim those ends off. The first and foremost reason that people have ends of their hair hanging off of the SISTERLOCKS that's not even included into the locked part, whether they're straight ends or your naturally textured curly hair that just didn't get locked. Why are your ends so loose? And it may be because you got charged for perhaps 6 inches, but you only got 3 inches locked. Now, in most cases, you got duped. Now, don't just go up to your consultant or your trainee and say, hey girl, you duped me. My ends are not locked. Talk to them and find out the reason. Have a civil conversation. This should start beforehand in the consultation. However, if your hair is already locked and your ends are just hanging loose, then we're going to just have this conversation to say, well, maybe she wasn't skillful enough to go all the way down to the ends. Maybe there was some disconnect in what I wanted. But in a lot of cases, girl, you got played. Your ends are the first thing that gets locked in the sister locking establishment day. It is not like braiding, where you start from that scalp and work your way down. There's a whole other method of locking to the sister locking method. So I hope that it's not you that got duped. If you paid for a certain amount of inches and your hair was actually measured before starting your SISTERLOCKS process and you don't have locks all the way to the ends of your hair, that is a conversation for your consultant or even your trainee. Again, do not go and be aggressive with him, but it is time for a conversation because your ends should be involved in this sister locking process. Top 3 reasons, girl, why your ends are so loose on your SISTERLOCKS. Take it from me, boss breeder, salon consultant, umpteen years in the salon industry. I am a salon coach. I am a brand ambassador for SISTERLOCKS, our certified consultant, and I know my stuff when it comes to SISTERLOCKS. Your ends should not be loose unless there's one of these top 3 things happening. There may be some other scenarios. These are the top 3 things to look out for. I'm done.